What's up, fam? What's good? All right. Bam, bam, bam. I don't have a second monitor today. I'm using an iPad, so it's going to be kind of hard for me to go back to like subs and chat. Yo, we got like 700 submissions for this shit. Holy shit. All right, let me post on Insta and socials really. Whoopsies, I just posted a black photo. It. Turn some tunes on for you. What should we listen? Bam, bam. That's why, fam. All right, let's do that again. I hope you guys like. This is my favorite song right now, and it's like I don't even know how old. Sheezy Deezy, thanks for the sub. Will Taylor, Delo, Benji Hunnitz, Xdale, Trumme, Hypnotic, Anthony, thanks, bro. iClink Whites, Filter, Recon, Thorin, Opal. Thank you guys. Sorry, I'm dumb. I got this new mute on off thing, so I can use so I can listen to the tunes on my speakers. Because I'll give better feedback if I'm listening on my speakers than if I'm listening in headphones. All right, let's do it. How's the level of this tune for you guys? Let me know.
Lying to myself again. Guess it's easy to pretend.
That volume good? Good, good. All right, well, yeah, I saw JP doing this. Blank, if you guys don't know, Blank's the fucking man. JP is an insanely talented producer and is giving like super solid feedback to kids. Not all kids, but to dudes and women on their tunes. And it's I feel like it's something that's so necessary for producers to kind of get straight up honest. You know, when I was first starting out, I took my music to some people I knew that knew production, that were giving me honest, and just they shat on my songs and they just like gave me real criticism. And I feel like at first I'm like, damn it, I thought I was getting good. I kind of got down on myself. But at the end of the day, you learn so much more from that. So this is kind of, we got, like almost 700 submissions, which is insane. I definitely can't listen to all of them. So I picked out some. I already got them in an Ableton project here. And then I put the right tempo to the tunes just so like if I end up wanting to, you know, like add a snare or put a better kick in or something like that, it's easier. Oh, who did? Illenium boy? Andy, thanks, bro. So I just ate some Chipotle. So I'm going to attempt to listen to these songs on my speakers and then just unmute my mic when I'm going through it. But you guys know how dumb I am, so we'll just go through. I'll probably listen to like 2/3 of the song or the full thing. I'll skip through, but see how it goes. All right, I want to make sure. OBS, this is boom. Got it. I'm muting when I'm listening. Hold up. Is 32 Stitches. This is the producer 32 Stitches Want You featuring Myra Mary. Anybody know if you're in here? Because it'd be sweet if I'm giving some feedback to people that are actually here. You're here. Sick. Well, listening to your tune. Here we go. All right. Fucking dope first one. As a song, really dope. I think I think it's like a simple structure. I think that's kind of like the go-to structure for songwriting. You know, you got your verse, you got your pre-chorus, you got your chorus, and then you have a tag after that, which I feel like resonates in everybody's, like, whether it's pop, country, rock. I feel like that's a pretty standard progression, and I really like the intro. I love the vibe of the song. I really like the vocal chop over the drop. I think production wise, overall, I would start with making sure I'm not muted. Okay, cool. Overall, I think the vocal could use a little more processing. I think the vocal's a little warm. The whole song's a little warm. That's why I kind of put this EQ just to see what it sounds like here. I think the whole song's a little warm. The vocal especially, I think you could have a little bit more compression, EQ, you know, like 8K up. And I think you could have some more maybe high-end reverb. That'll kind of fill in the whole space up there, which I wish like I had the instrumental and the vocal here so that I could kind of like tweak it. I think throwing like some OTT on a vocal at like 10 to 20% also helps a lot, especially after reverb. That can kind of bring out some of the good mouth noise stuff. I would say, yeah, vocal, that's pretty much it. You could, I really like, I have this for a vocal, it's called my vocal wash. Oops, it's in my user library. But I kind of put this, it's like a reverb send. So you have your vocal and then you put another the vocal track on this too, and it's all wet. And then you just kind of dial in how much you want of it, but it's got, that's actually off. It has a EQ, so it's only giving reverb for this like that phone kind of thing. It gives it a nice, like, I feel like this vocal could use some of that. And then it's the wet dry is like 80%. So you just mix that kind of thing in, and then you can compress them together to make it nice and glued up. So vocally, I think that's a place to start. And then, hold up. So I think drums are kind of where you separate yourself as like a producer to get your own sound. I think you combine different samples and you kind of like make you make a whole different vibe just by changing the drums. I think these drums, they sound good. I think they're a little quiet. I think they kind of get lost. They don't. I really like upfront, big, you know, like not in your face necessarily, but they're very defined. That's why I feel like you kind of have your drums, you do it visually, where like I mix visually where like I got my kick down in the center, bottom, my snare in like the mid, it can be a little wider, and then all my high percussion stuff kind of fills the space around that, and it's very visual. And then you put your instruments in the open spaces. I feel like this is kind of just like layer on layer on layer, and I feel like you could find some more space for cool drum, more unique drum elements. And I think they could be a little louder, maybe a little glued together. I forgot to mute there for a second. This, the transition is really nice into this. I think you could maybe even, a lot of the times when you have that drum groove and then you're going into the chorus, it can even be more like stated. It's like more of a statement where it's like really closed off, and then it's this like more open, like it's clearly a change. I feel like that can be more helpful to the listener to be like, ooh, this is like the catchy part or whatever. Even the kind of build drums here, I feel like are kind of just in the background. They're not really like, they're keeping a rhythm, which is nice, and they flow well out of the drums you had, which is dope. That's really hard. But I feel like it can all get more, more anticipation with bigger, you know, toms and bigger cinematic, whether it's like the Cashmere drums, those are awesome, or there's a lot of good splice cinematic stuff. So there, I feel like you kind of just throw like the moving sweep crash in there as a building aspect. I feel like you could do some more in this build, because builds are like, if you're going for this more like EDM, future bass, whatever melodic bass sound, I feel like a lot of the energy and like the greatness from the song can come just from the build. It's like can be so huge. So I feel like this is kind of just like a good starting area, and it can just build a lot more epically. I think that's one of my fills. I don't know. Unless you made something that sounds extremely closely, it's pretty fucking close.
I would only want you.
Which, I mean, whatever. Yeah, I think it is the feel-good fill, which I use all the time. I don't think that is... it's kind of a hard like line to cross, like using other producers' samples from a remix pack. Like technically, legally, it's technically not allowed, but at the same time, it helps you learn and stuff. Like I'm on both sides. I think you using them and then learning how to make that is a lot more. It's a lot more helpful to learn how to make it yourself. I don't think it's like, it's not a busted, it's not something you should rip on anyone for. Like I've done it in the past from learning how to make shit, and then you like, there's more you can do to it than just throw it in there though, I think. You guys, don't be mean. It's all good. I think like it's kind of a producer, like it's, you have your influences, and it's not bad to try to emulate them, but I think you can there's more fun ways to sample stuff than just use it in the same way that the producer before you did. That's what I mean. I think you can do it more creatively. Moving on, the drums in the drop I think have the same kind of issue where I think they can be they can stand out much more. Let me listen again real quick. So I think the drop can be louder too. If you see here in the waveform, it's kind of like you have parts of this build that are just as loud or just as compressed, and then the drop kind of just stays at that same energy level. I think I do a lot of gain automation in my master for drops. I'll pump it up. So I think you might want to do that, maybe like a 2 dB gain before compression on your master. And then I keep checking OBS to check if I'm muted, by the way. And then, yeah, I think more like just this kick is kind of just, it has like a transient that cuts through, but it doesn't really punch me where I feel like it should. And I feel like the synths don't like punch off that kick in a like really driving way. It's really dope and floaty though. I like that. You know, it's super, super dope and floaty, and it's overall really good. I think the vocal drop could come up a little bit, maybe a little bit more reverb on it potentially. Overall, really good. It's really good. I'd say it's like super close to being really dope. Yeah, I think some bigger drums, some more upfront aspects. There's the only thing up front in here is the vocal and the vocal chop, and then the synths are kind of pushed away, and there's a lot of pushed away stuff. But overall, fucking dope track. 32 stitches, killed it. Don't worry about the sample. Do you, dude? It is fun to try to make that shit on your own too, though. So let's see what I missed on. I only have my chat open. I don't have my subs open right now. Got a lot of subs. Ramen Noodles, Audace, Sayola, Apex Noah, Ghost Dragon, Kinzo, Chartles, J Pizzle, Germs, Achan, Bucky, Eighth Guardian, Plus Possible, It's Shaboy, Nurko, thanks, bro. Veronica Music, thanks for the subs. But yeah, good fucking tune. Sick tune. All right, moving on. Next tune. This is All Tale Untitled. Wait, no, this is an Only Now 7 Lines remix. Sorry, I'm just reading off this track and I was reading wrong. Okay, we're checking it.
Restless nights can't catch my mind when it starts to crumble. I can't fight this war inside, but I try to tighten my grip and stay above water when all the voices get too loud and all the walls are
Fucking tight, dude. That's sick. Super dope. I love all of that. It's really, really dope. Not crazy amount of stuff. I mean, super well produced. A couple minor things I hear as a song. It's sick. I know these. It says these vocals are placeholders, which is a great idea. I love starting an original with the vocal that you love already, and then just replacing the vocal. It's really kind of it puts what you need in there, and a vocal fits well over it. So I definitely support doing that. I think the build has a little bit, it stays really warm throughout. You kind of have, I love this drone sound at the beginning. The really dope melody. I think you could kind of bring that in with some more higher frequency stuffs, maybe some other type of arps as you start building, whether it's like some square stuff or maybe even bring that in like a small like saw that's super reverbed out, just to bring in that frequency higher, because as the build happens it stays really warm. Like throughout this whole part you could really be bringing in that like that arp as a focal, you know what I mean? The drums in the build are awesome. Super good. I don't hear anything. I think it all sounds good. You could maybe do a little multi-band compression on the lows. Like I would throw the lows just seemed a little bit like no. I use Pro MB. But those those cinematic drums, they kind of have like a lot of varying impacts, you know, like one can be super heavy in the lows and then one can be not. So you can kind of level it out by just like bringing in like you want all the transients, bring the attack a little slower. Sorry, the echo, my bad. But when you do this, just for the build I'm talking about, because then that can make the drop lows like really full. It's like you kind of bring in like maybe 85% of the lows in the song in the build, and then like 100% on the drop, you know, so it has that really big impact. Yeah, I would probably do something like that on the cinematic drums, just in the build, and then maybe bring some more ARP stuff in. The vocal could be, I mean, this, you're not keeping this vocal, but the vocal could be brighter for sure. Maybe just a little EQ on that above 10K stuff. What else did I hear? Some stuff with the drums in the drop. I think the whole song is a little squashed. You don't really, you know, you're not catching a bunch of transients in here. It's kind of all just like sausagey. Which is, you know, that's kind of preference too. If you like that sound, do it. But I'm just saying, if from everything that I say here is just what I hear, it's not necessarily 100% correct. It's just what I would do. But it's a really fucking sick song. Okay, so the kick, I heard the kick, felt like the kick needed something. Yeah, I feel like the kick, you have so much like kind of 1 to 4K transients in the build with all those drums, and then when you have a kick without any of that, it kind of felt a little funny. I feel like let me just look at the Virtual Riot kicks. Be easy, just top end, because this is like total melodic dubstep. These drums are always lit. I mean, that one, you could just take the highs of that. Maybe shorten it, since you have a really short kick. Pretty short, at least. I'd probably just bring this in. grab like it, bring it down. I don't know how loud that is. I fucking forgot to mute. I know it's so hard. I could do this in headphones, but I don't hear as much, guys. I know. Should I just do this in headphones so I don't have to worry about it? I do need a mute light. That's fucking smart. But yeah, something like that. I don't think that's necessarily the kick that I would use because it doesn't sound like that amazing in there. That might be a little better. It's a little more boxy. Yeah. So if you're gonna do that, you might want a little more transient on the snare too. These the Bishi samples have fucking beat snare transients. Super short. So you'd want to find something in the range. Just something to bring it more forward. I don't know if that's one, but whoops. That's what I hear. I feel like you need a fucking mute. F in the chat. God damn it. Anyways, you guys get the drift. A little bit of a more upfront snare, I feel like, because this is such a kind of headbanger. Like, you just vibe to this drop, and I feel like you just want those drums, like, fucking big and in your face, and then you fill in around it. Same thing on this drop. I think the kicks just need that extra transient, but this shit's tight. Okay, so that fill kind of threw me off when I first heard it, just because this drop has really good, like, high end, like that main bass has like a really nice high end stuff, and then those saws that you bring back in from the first drop really kind of lose that. So whether it's a bigger crash with more high end stuff, or maybe just freeze all the saws and then EQ them to be a little more full in this section. kind of just like you don't want anything to jump out as like way warmer or way, you know, unless it's like you're really chilling it out, but you're still driving. So I feel like the frequency spectrum should be relatively consistent. I think that transition could use a little work because the vocal comes in kind of just like, whoa. You could like either filter those down and add a big reverb, reverse reverb for the vocal, or just maybe not cut the drop, but like maybe end the drums a little earlier or take some elements out so that the vocal is more expected there. All this stuff was great. End drop was great. I mean, I think I covered everything that I heard. But yeah. Good job. Sick fucking tune. All right, I missed damn, this Streamlabs app kind of sucks. It only says like 0 days was the recent Hector MP, thanks, dude. Zanavia, Jaleel, guy named Damien, Malibu Markey. Hey, are the kitten sub for 2 months. Thanks, Gabe. Megan Bruh, All Tail Music, Man of Stone, Fano, Anna Pajama, thanks for the subs. Sorry, I've got chat open. I don't have all the other notifications open right now, so sorry if I missed you, but I really appreciate it. Thanks for checking it out. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Let's listen to this next song. This next song is Avalo, Too Far Gone, featuring Gally Fisher.
Tired of all this chaos, I've become numb anyway. This give and take is taking all my sanity away. Every conversation is another endless maze. What a mess we've made, counting our mistakes. We're in the dark, but
All right, I'm kind of skipping through a bit of the song just because I feel like I've been taking too long. But the non-drop areas of this song are super good. The musicality and like the violin movement, the vocal's amazing. I think the vocal needs like a little bit of, I would do like a little bit of this to the vocal. If you see this EQ, I think it needs some of this. I also noticed the waveform in general. I don't know if you guys are, the waveform doesn't have anything over like 15K. You have like a hard cut right there. I think that might be because you're, either it's like a, I don't know what file type this is, but keep it 320 if you have an MP3 and try to export. I don't know. I think you did some sort of inversion or conversion there that kind of chopped part of your song off. So always be aware. I actually did that my first like few releases and I never even noticed. And then someone told me to do something else and it's like huge. It breathes. It lets your song breathe. So, yeah, definitely you don't want to do that. The drums and the drop are really good. They're really forward. I think what's mainly missing in this kind of vibe is like a really big mid bass that's kind of like Reese moving and kind of giving like the drive of this, because it's kind of thin in the drop. You can either like keep stacking super saw layers, distorted stuff, or guitars, but I think what it's kind of missing is like a super saw. Like what comes to my ears is this one I use, kind of like a Xylent. Back when I listened to, or back in like 2012 when I was obsessed with Xylent, I tried to make one of his basses, and I still use this a lot actually. It's just a massive patch, but it's like, I'm gonna want some sidechain, a lot of sidechain. So let me grab, this is just what I would add here. Hold on. Moment. Oops. So I use something like that for my sidechain channel. Make it pretty short. This is just a trigger. So I'm just going to sidechain this mid bass that I'm about to add to that channel I started. I'd probably like crank this a bit, do like that, probably. We'll see. Oh, what key is this in? Here, hold on. I would also, since you're dropping on a D, I would do it's up to you, but I would probably drop on the lower D sub note. I'd do a low D with an octave on it. Mute, yeah. I know. The point is that you're hearing the kind of range that I want in there, like some more movement. I would add some more saw stuff too. Maybe even some strings and stuff, some distorted strings. But yeah, I feel like the drop just needs probably like 8 more layers. It's a little thin. But other than that, musically, it's really dope. I think you could do some more interesting stuff with the melody over the drop, and instead of just doing that doot 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 doot. You know, that's like cool and easy to follow, but I feel like you could do some different fills or stuff like that. In this bass, it's just modulating the low pass, or no, it's the band reject right here, the cutoff knob for the band reject. So like maxed. Kind of weird, but a little bit is nice. Okay, cool. Moving on. Avalo, good tune. Keep at it, bro. This one's Black Heart the Light, by the way. Sorry. Cool. Drums are really good. Drums are really thick. The bass is really thick. The drop, I think, loses a lot. The song overall is definitely too compressed. I heard right off the bat when the drums come in, I hear some distortion. Like this part has more sub than the drop, which generally is not what you're going for. Like the sub on this is like constant and like kind of 808y, and I feel like you should have a little less sub in this section and then a lot more in the drop. And yeah, I'd probably chill your master limiter out. Like it's cranking. I hear it. So it's sometimes it's a sound. Maybe a lot of times I'll do, if you really like that sound on the drop, if you like that compressed like squash sound, then keep that, export it for the drop, and then just splice 2 masters together and export it again. I've done that a bunch. I've had, like, the Without Me remix had like 4 different masters spliced together. Crashing had like 3. It's not a bad thing, I don't think. Maybe it is, but I don't. Fuck it. It sounds good. On the drop, it's kind of like, it's kind of groovy and like simple. I think the noise is, I think that main bass is nice at first, but then I feel like my brain wants some variety. Whether it's rhythmically or like just like making some unique weird fills with it all. But overall, like, drums, which are like, I think, main aspect of producing a good song, drums are good, which is sweet. So I feel like you just gotta kind of figure out how to make that bass and the low end of your whole track kind of mesh together better. I feel like the main bass doesn't actually have like have a sub attached to it. I don't see one. I was trying to watch on the Spectrum Analyzer here, and I didn't see one. Like, this F should be fucking way up here. It should be like, that should be cranking. I wanna see the light. That empty space right there kind of threw me off too. I felt like there could have been just some more like weird, unique, cool like fills. Just fuck around with some more stuff. It feels a little incomplete to me. I think that's it. But good, really good start. I think it's dope. Let's keep going. This is Breakpoint, or this is Impulse Music. Title's called Breakpoint. Thanks for the subs, guys. Sorry, I suck, but I don't know where I left off. Zanavia, Hector, we are Friend Zone. Vis Jafung. Thanks, y'all. All right. Impulse Music, let's check it. Yo, that second drop was fucking tight. Diggs, hold up.
Let's go.
All right, that's fucking tight. If it were me, I don't know. I just really fucked with that second drop. I'd put that first. But that shit's just like one of the more unique dubstep dubstep songs. I mean, the bass that comes in. It's kind of like old schooly, but weird and cool and new. It's dope. I really like that. I honestly don't hear much. I mean, I think it's, again, pretty fucking squashed, which is totally preference. It's just the whole song is really squashed. So, like, I like it kind of, like, if I were you, I would probably drop the whole intro, like, -1 before compression on the master, so that at least, like, this stuff, all the non-drop stuff, isn't, like, so squashed. Because you don't need this stuff, you don't need as squashed, you know? It can just be more flowy. But that's preference. It doesn't matter. I think... JP, I was watching JP's feedback stream the other day, and he brought up this really cool thing with, like, these dubstep songs. I feel like the ones that really stand out and do well kind of tell a story, you know, whether it's, like, built around a world of its own, it's built around, like, some weird abstract vocal, or some, like, you're kind of building a space where it's just not like a kind of typical, here's the part you mix in, here's a build, and here's a drop. You kind of make it, like, it makes it more unique if it has its own world that it sits in. I think, like, Sudden Death does an insanely good job of that, and I think Sam Lamar does a good job too. But that's one thing, if I were to give this song a critique, I would say it could have more of a unique world than it. But it's fucking tight. I really like... Normally, I'm not a huge fan of, like, where there's, in the dubstep world, where there's, like, one sustaining bass that's just super screechy, and then there's stuff on top of that doing rhythm. I always feel like that's way too busy and, like, complicated, but I think you did a really good job of, like, separating the two layers so they actually, like, work with each other. I think it's really good. Really good job. That first noise is sick. Yeah, I don't hear much, dude. You killed that shit. Sounds so good. Killed it. I'm gonna get some water. Time out. Continue listening to some... What are we gonna go? Dude, I just wanted you guys to hear an echoed version of the song, okay? I thought it was tight. I know, I wish mods could mute for me. That'd be sick. the only reason it's necessary is so that I don't have to use headphones, which is great because I'm so used to mixing and listening and critiquing on speakers. Just to throw headphones on and be like, I'll probably make it worse. So, sorry guys. Okay, moving on. This is Dandelion Cosmos. Check it, fam. Might have to turn this one up. We'll see. Dope. I really like the whole, just the whole, I love songs that really tell a story. It doesn't have a vocal, but it has a real story element to it. It's very like cinematic, and I really like this horn right here was fucking sweet. It caught my ear. It has really nice tone. Overall, piano musically, it's really good. It's like the you know what you're doing from a like theory standpoint. The piano, the chords, it's really pretty, and it's really like it captures me in that way. I think production wise, I think there's a lot of the stuff that needs to start from your drums. Hold on, pause. I'm asthmatic, fam. Take some inhaler. Yeah, the songs that are left, I have a lot, but I don't know if I'm gonna get to all of them. But I don't want to deviate. Hold up. Yeah, the mixing is a little off. The cinematic drums, they don't have like. I feel like you need to start everything from, well, kind of what I said before. Your kick needs to be focal in the front. It doesn't have to always be mono, but it just needs to be like, it needs to like really be apparent down there in the visual spectrum. And then the stuff just needs to flow. Like I kind of lose the kick right off the bat here. I don't really hear a snare in the cinematic part. Like I hear some toms that are where the kicks normally go, but I just don't hear enough definition. I think you need some more layers in that part. And then during the melodic drop, The kick and the melodic drop is good. You need I think a way bigger snare. I feel like this is kind of in like the AU5 realm. If you guys don't know, AU5, fucking sick producer, one of the best. Has a lot of sample packs. I'd put like one of his 6. He has 6 fat snares. Sorry, echo. This is the hardest time to do because I go back and forth between adding shit. Fucking A. Yeah, I just think you need more sidechain in the synths, and everything kind of needs to just make more space for itself. I don't think you're sidechaining the bass to anything either. I think the bass needs to be super in this stuff, in the like traditional melodic dubstep stuff, everything relies on insane amount of sidechain. So you really got to duck when those drums are happening. I feel like that's what gives it all of the energy and all of like that's what meshes it all together. So I would just really start ducking that stuff. I think the synths sound pretty decent. I think you could have a little bit more organic sounding. I don't know, that's preference. It works. I think the synth's worth. I think the bass is just kind of getting in the way of everything. But yeah, good start. Moving on. I haven't talked this much in like since last stream. I get such like a fucking raspy voice like an hour in. I have a gate on my mic, but the speakers are on so loud that if I talk, like it's just not gonna work. Bro, I don't swallow the dip. Yeah, I think that last song needs some stronger, it could use stronger low end, stronger synths, and more sidechain. Okay. Can't be gut. Moving on, Dusk, Leroy. Dope. I think this is really sick. Actually, I love like it's kind of Martin Garrixy in the 128 realm. I don't really mess with a lot of that stuff, but I do enjoy a lot of it. I was just listening if that's the same drop, because I'll just critique this one if it's the same, which it is, which isn't bad. You do you, dude. I think the drums I'll go missing very much. I was literally gonna. I personally like more organic sounding top end of kicks, so I'm gonna see what that sounds like. I'm just adding a top layer, and then I'm gonna add a top layer of the snare too, because I feel like it's missing both of them. Sometimes it's kind of nice to like do a tiny bit of separation here so that this one kind of sucks into the next one. Okay, dude. Bigger clap snare type deal. But yeah, drums just need to be a little. It's kind of, I kind of want to clap. Love these claps. These are old. Ha! I'm dumb. Know what I mean? Just needs some more definition. Maybe I feel like that kick could be like replaced entirely. But the synths and stuff are really dope, and the melodies, all that shit's tight. I think the drums just need to be a little more, you know, it's kind of in that Martin Garrix realm, so a synthy kick could be really cool with like a super big transient. And then a more like snappy snare. That's really the only thing I heard. I mean, it's a pretty simple song, which is great, and I feel like all of the elements in there are really good. All the percussion there is nice. I think there needs to be something here that's like super catchy. I think Martin Garrix does a really good job of like putting like doing like a little melody bell like reverse thing there, but I think there needs to be something catchy there, whether it's like a vocal or something to kind of complete the vibe. Know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, drum fill would be cool. I like this one. And I like how he left the space right here. That really helps like let it breathe. I just feel like there could be like a like, what do you, even if you just took the lead from that part, you know what I mean? You could throw that in there and just filter it in. Cool. Probably not the best to give feedback on like progressive house songs, but it sounds good and it works. Martin's genre is just way different. Where are you guys talking to me, or are you guys talking to your guys' self? All right. What's next? This is Fate, Final Master. I don't know the artist on this. Are you in chat? Who made this song, Fate? Who made it? Anyone in here? Oh. Well, if he's not in here, hopefully he comes watch this. We'll leave this up for everybody, so we'll check it. See what you guys think. Sick. Okay, so you have a little bit of the same issue with like the 15 plus. It's kind of dropped out. But really dope. I really like that last drop. I feel like the last drop, all the sounds like come together the best. really clean. Like the mix in the last drop is really solid. I feel like the only thing I'm missing is like some sort of like, I don't know if I'll throw it in there and it'll sound good. Yeah, so I just kind of missed that air stuff. I feel like it has, without it, here, I'll AB it. It'll be off at first. And then with it on. Yeah, I want more stuff just like bah, bah, you know, but it sounds fucking sick. Really dope. Let me listen to some of the other stuff. The beginning with like the chord progression's crazy. It's going very you're going like through a whole story just with the chords. I love that. I felt like this piano that you brought in was everything in the whole song is really organic feeling, and the piano that you bring in second is just kind of like it doesn't sound like a real piano to me. It sounds super like, not that it needs to, but the transients are just super high. I don't know. I personally don't love that piano sound. You know, if that was more warm, I feel like it would fit the whole vibe of the song better. It just, yeah, it sounds a little thin. That pattern I don't like, but you see how much is missing up there. It's just like it just feels like really really warm, which isn't necessarily bad. I mean, like old Glitch Mob songs are like so warm and they sound so dope down there, and I love that. But I just felt like that last drop especially needs that air. But this one I feel like is dope without it. I think you could do some more like fills, like distort some of that vocal, distort some of the bass, like maybe do a little run with the vocal chop, like you know, just like a tiny bit of a variation there, because it's pretty much just standard the whole time. But yeah, I really love that ending part, but I think it's good you saved it for the end. It makes the story dope. Good tune. Tight. Drums sounded good. I'm trying to think what else I'm missing. Low end, did I forget to mute? I don't remember. The low end sounds pretty good too. I think overall it's just kind of missing that high 9K, 10, 8K plus stuff. All right. This is Grim ID Melodic 100 BPM. Good job, guys. These songs, it's really cool to see you guys. Like, there's some fucking sick shit in here. I hope this is helping some of you guys. Dope. I like the master on this. I feel like is really dope. Actually, I feel like the distortion goes with the vibe, and like the kick. I love the drums in this song. The drums I feel like make this song. They're really like really well produced. I think the whole vocal part just seems a little bit like a weird. I don't know if it's like a tiny bit out of tune or like a little bit. It just feels like a little bit weird of a format. Maybe you could. This is totally my opinion. Some of my feedback will be more like, I definitely think this kick needs to be fatter, and then some of my feedback is like, I feel like that vocal chop could use a little formatting up or like tuning. That's purely opinion. So if you like it, go with what you love. But I would melodyne the vocal chop and fuck with the formatting. Or maybe like mess with just tuning it with even with an Ableton tuner. But overall, really, really good, like everything. Oh yeah, I heard one thing. There was just one sample that you picked in this kind of early cinematic thing that caught me off. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. That one right there. I feel like all the other drums in this part have a lot less highs than that fill right there, or that noise right there. Like the highs just kind of come out of nowhere. I would either like take the transients down in volume or EQ them out a little bit. But it's just like it popped out, like everything was even except for like that noise. It was kind of weird. The drop is way louder than the rest of the song. I think I would maybe chill that out a little bit. Maybe just bring this stuff like up. Let's see, 1.5. Let's see if that feels. Yeah, that feels a little better. It's just not quite as like, whoa. Seemed a little bit out. Like I had to turn it down because it was really loud. But yeah, just a mixing thing. Production wise, it's really, really good. Killed it, Grim. Nice job. Good drums. I really like the drums. They flow. All right, here is MRNX. Myrnix. Yeah, I went through the rest of the song. So we got 700 entries, and we kind of just had to pick some. Unfortunately, we can't get to all 700. But here's the rest. We got My Mind after this, Nicodemus, Lights Out, some Cyberpunk, some Tonight Master. I don't know who made that, but and then VY, Vista, and then Zakelend to wrap us. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 tunes left. And then if I have some more time at the end, maybe people in the chat that sent them in I didn't get to, maybe we can get to like 1 or 2 more. But we'll see how it goes. All right, here's my here's Myrnix. Dope. Love it. Love it. I love, I actually like how the vocals coming in the second half. I feel like if you were to play this live, that would like get such a reaction because you're playing an original into like kind of a mashup. Really, really sick. I think the drop is a little over compressed. You're losing a lot of transients. Like there's a couple kicks that I actually missed entirely. I don't know if you took them out. Like right there, there's one gone. I don't know if you meant to take that out, but it just caught me off guard. And then I think the compression you have on the mastering chain is just kind of ducking stuff a little randomly. It's not like you know, it's kind of like stuff once it comes up, it kind of gets like too compressed. I think you're just compressing the whole thing a little bit too much. I think the intro is sick. This fill is a little loud. I'd probably take this and drop it. Like I like bringing stuff like that way down so that the drop is way more impactful. Even like way more. You know, stuff really needs to grow right out after that. You know, it's got to be like, bah. Really sick though. Musically, fucking tight. I think the drums could be a little cleaner, but really, really good tune. Trying to think what else I heard. I really liked the kind of like funky fill bass thing here. That's really tight. I feel like not not many people do that with melodic stuff. It's really cool. Like add the little bit of funk in there. But yeah, good tune. I think the mat. As far as a tune and synths, I think the synths are probably like a 95% there. So close. Maybe a little bit more noise, a little less like 3K, and just like more meshed together. And then it's all mixed stuff from there. Then it's all just like making everything fit a little bit better. But yeah, really fucking good tune. Killed it. Good job, Mernix. I need to know how to say it. All right, moving on. This is My Mind V4.
I'd be lying to myself saying that I'm okay, 'cause it's been 80 days without you. I've been staying up too late, 'cause I know when I wake I'll still feel the pain by you. You were so bad for my health, couldn't help myself, so I let you take my heart. I should have seen it back then and stayed as just friends, but I never cared about how it would end. Now I'm wondering, did you ever really mean it? Was it real or was it pretend? I keep trying to talk myself out of these feelings. Cut you out my life, but I still can't get you off my mind. Still can't get you off my mind. I've been trying to stay away, been trying to erase, make the memories fade, but I cave. I go out and talk to strangers, take my mind off things, but I feel the pain, what's the use? I'm trying to work on myself without someone's help, and think about me this time, so I don't go down that path like I always do. But I still keep running back to thoughts of you. Now I'm wondering, did you ever really mean it? Was it real or was it pretend? I keep trying to talk myself out of these feelings and cut you out my life, but I still can't get you off my mind. Still can't get you off my mind.
All right, dope. Musically, really good tune. Vocal's really good. I like the vocal a lot. It's super catchy. I think you could have in the first half a little bit more of a clear moment. That's the chorus. Like whether you throw in an impact right there or change instruments a bit. I like how in the second half you brought in that ARP synth. I think that part's really sick. I actually think you could make that like way more of a focal. Like that part was really cool. Like if you took the piano out and made that like a really big super saw-y ARP, that could be fucking tough.
Go down the path like I always do, but I still keep running back to thoughts of you. Now I'm wondering, did you?
With that chorus right there, those could be really big. I feel like they could be really cool right there. But that's more of a personal opinion. Mix-wise, I think there's a really big sonic difference in the drop versus the rest of the song. I think you lose the melody, the guitar melody that you have. It didn't grab me as much as the vocal did. I think it was a little bit, it's not like catchy in where I remember it. It's kind of, it works sonically, like you hear it, but I feel like you could have found maybe a better catchier melody. And there's not really much of that kind of guitar in the whole song, so it kind of felt a little out of place. Like you could almost do a melody built off the chorus.
I should have seen it back then and stayed as just friends, but I never cared about how it would end. Now I'm wondering, did you ever really mean it? Was it real or was it pretend?
So if you did something like that, ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na,
Can't get you off my mind.
like you kind of followed it, but it gets a little lost. I feel like you could make it really like catchy. And then I think the synths are just a little thin. The drums are pretty good. The drums they fit well.
Off my mind. Still can't get you off my mind.
So your synths are sidechaining like super heavy, which is nice. I think the synths could be a little fatter, but the lead is like kind of just floating on top, which I feel like it kind of gets like the driving aspect and like the really impact of the drop goes away because that lead is just like do 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 do. It's not like flowing in with everything else, and you lose a lot of the frequencies that the vocal's present the whole song. And then the drop kind of loses all of that focus. You know what I mean? So I think there's some mixed stuff there, and then just some like creative stuff you can maybe try with some distorted vocal chops, or maybe like some other distorted type leads that'll fit there. Like if that lead had a different melody and was way more distorted, it might work better. But yeah, really good song. Vocal's really good. I don't know who's singing that or who wrote that, but really good vocal. Catchy as hell. Nice work. Who sang that? Thanks for the subs, by the way, guys. The Dandelion. Genesis, Lone Humans, The Explorer, Moral, Yobo, TKF, Back. Wait, did you say who sang it? I'm just curious if you like found that online or if you worked with that with somebody, because it's really well written and really like the song is there. I think it's just not fully like capturing the whole vibe. Name's Hayes. Yeah, good job. Good job with that. All right, Nicodemus. Let's check it. Yo, I feel like you could do triplets right there. This shit's fucking sick. Nicodemus. I feel like you've been in Blank's fucking feedback channel because this shit is like... If you guys produce music like this, you should definitely go submit some tunes to JP's feedback because he's been helping these guys make absolute heaters. I would like put this in a set, no problem. This has very little production error at all. Like, fucking lit. But I did, there's a couple things that I heard total opinion based in this kind of, in the second drop that's kind of just like an intense groove. I feel like you could get even weirder with like that, with that 3K melody you have. Like I would almost drop right into this. I fucked up. All that stuff you have that's like, wait, was I unmuted that whole time? I was doing so good. Fuck. But the stuff you have that's like the bump, 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 the high stuff, you can even bring more layers on top of that as this grooves, and you can create almost like a reharm of this shit, and you can make it super dark, throw some like minor nines in there. Yeah, I love the... So I'm gonna like, it's not gonna work. If I just had the vocal, I could do it, but then you like, I don't know what note this is hitting. Yeah, there's other harmonics. You know what I mean? Where you like start layering those weird things. You know, you get up higher and shit. That's just opinion based. This song's fucking lit. And then the other thing I was gonna say, since you go into the triplet drum pattern right here. Sorry, I was doing so good, guys. Yeah, you could go into some weird ass triplet fucking drop right here if you wanted to. It'd be like 100 BPM side trance. That'd be tight. But yeah. I'm curious, was Nicodemus in your channel, JP? Yeah, I could tell. It sounds fucking lit. Really dope. Fucking tight. I would definitely put this in a set. I like a lot. All right, moving on. He doesn't need much production help. He's killing it. Ranek, Cyberpunk. Here we go. Tight. Produced really well. All the drums are pretty good. I feel like it's a little bit on the sausage side. The bass and the movement is really dope. It reminds me of like old Savoy. I don't know if you guys know them, but it's like very gritty. I feel like it could almost have a little bit more I don't know, high-end distortion stuff. I was gonna throw the drop just seems to be missing a little bit of the high stuff. I was gonna see if this crash helped, but actually, yeah, that helps. I feel like that helps a lot. It's just this minor shit that I feel like, especially if you're producing stuff in headphones, you're not gonna hear that stuff. You know what I mean? That crash actually fills out a lot of space. Just some more high stuff. I think the whole song is missing a little bit of that air, which if you wanted to on the master, you could just bump the high stuff, the like plus, 9, 10K and over plus like 1 or 2 dB, or you could expand it on a multiband. Which is also a fun thing to do. What else did I hear? I feel like you could get a little bit. I like the vocal in there in the right before the drop. I think you could throw some other vocal stuff. There was one thing that was tight over here. I really like that vocal in there. It kind of like adds a lot of movement. I feel like that could be used more in the drop. And I think you could use some creative fills in the drop. Some blank-esque, but do anything. I mean, some weird growls or like any percussive stuff. But yeah, I don't know if Ronek is here, but really, really good. Yeah, more drop variation. I feel like in this realm of music, it's very much about the drop, so I think as much drop variation as you can do without going crazy is definitely helpful. I think Nicodemus did a really good job of that. It kept me pretty engaged the whole time. But sick, good job. Really good job. A night master. I don't know whose this is, but here we go.
You touch me, I need it. I just want you to myself. I want you. Satellites and shooting stars don't get me as high as you do. As high as you do. Let's be wild. Let's be wild and free. My heart beats for you and only you. We don't have to last forever. It could just be tonight. We don't have to be together. you do. It could just be enough. We don't have to last forever. It could just be enough. We don't have to be together. It could just be enough.
I like this end part. That piano's dope. All right, cool. Yeah, super good. Is that an original vocal? Is the person who made this in here? Is that an original vocal? A splice vocal. Okay, cool. Yeah, I feel like it's a really good vocal. I think it's I don't know if you warped it. It sounded like a little bit sounded like it lost a little bit of like clarity in the high end, and I think it needs just to be more shaped to be like higher up visually. Yeah, it needs some definite more reverb. Not like crazy drench, but just like, I don't know, it needs some more body. But it's really good vocal. I like it a lot. I think it just needs more vocal effects, more reverb. Maybe do that kind of wash thing that I showed earlier.
We don't have to last forever.
I think the whole song is a little bit too compressed to, again. You guys don't need to worry about making it crazy loud anymore, by the way. Like I kind of used to do that like crazy, and I used to have like 4 limiters on my fucking master. But at this point, it doesn't really matter. So I would just favor sounding organic and dynamic over that. Unless you're making like crazy dubstep. I guess it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want, but that's the drums are pretty good. I feel like there needs to be a little more sidechain in the drop from the synths. They kind of just the low end it's nice, like everything's glued together pretty well, but they kind of just like happen. It doesn't have that like, you know, where when it sidechains from the kick, it kind of gives a rhythm of its own. It kind of gives like that. I don't know how to describe it without using my hands like that. But I think you could use a little bit more sidechain and
Be enough.
yeah, the high end just seems super squashed. It's not very clear.
Be enough.
I think you could use a little bit on the mastering, chill the compression out, do a little bit of like a smiley face EQ, and then just work on the highs of the drop. The highs just seem a little fluttery, like papery. It's just kind of like, I mean, but yeah, that's all I really heard. You could do some melodic, some like melody driven stuff on the drop, but this is more just big super saws, which is totally whatever you guys feel like doing. Good tune, really dig the vocal.
Satellites and shooting stars don't get me as high as you do. As high as we don't have to last forever.
I like the marching snare stuff a lot too. I always like that sound. And that's well done. You're giving everything space, I think. I think it's just like the mastering of this is really taking the air and the dynamics out. But yeah, good shit. Yeah, nice little smiley EQ. I just feel like even if you just smiley this, the top end, this stuff just isn't clear. So it's like you don't really want to hear the not clear stuff up there. So good tune. All right, Vista, you'll only be my friend. This is next. So this is the only one. How many? I got 2 left here, and then we'll see how I'm feeling. Here we go.
We used to watch the stars, but now I'm staring at the moon. Gave you all I had, but now I'm drinking in an empty room. Lightning strikes and now I'm missing you. My loneliness is all in bloom. Try to run away from how I feel, but all my roads lead back to you. Let me hold you in my arms one more time before you go. Let me hold you in my arms. I don't wanna watch you go. Let me hold you in my arms, because it hurts to know that when we meet again, you'll only be a friend. You'll only be a friend.
Man, this drop is like catchy. This first drop I really like the bones of it are really cool.
You'll only be a friend.
I think it's just not. It's like the melody and the vocoder idea is really cool. Like nobody's really done that where you make it almost like super saw vocoder lead shit. It's really dope. I like the idea. I think the production of it is, the snare gets pretty lost in it, and the synths and the vocoder, I feel like they blend together, but they don't blend together so tightly where it's like really easy to catch the melody. Like you catch it as it goes, but right off the bat, I feel like they can almost be shaped to be more like more glued together.
Friend.
And I think we need more layers. I feel like we're missing some stuff, but I don't know what, because I've never really heard a drop like this. So I don't know if you want more super saws, or more maybe more reverb. One really fun thing is if you like, let me see, like, all right, this isn't gonna work the way I want it because I don't have like the stems. But if this were just the super saws, and then you reverse them, put a little bit of reverb. This is my favorite reverb right here. So you just put like pretty high mix, but a pretty short decay, and then make it so it's getting most of the high frequencies here. So you have it reversed, and then this reverb's on it, and then you freeze it. This is nice to fill space. I'll show you. Oh fuck, hold up. I forgot this is a giant project, so it's gonna take forever. I'm just gonna resample it. All right, so imagine this just being the synths, not the entire song. And then you could throw like EQ here. Don't want like super highs. A little bit of that, and then like maybe some erosion. I don't want the reverb. I don't want the reverb on anymore. But so I would get this. I'd get something I like, and then you re-sidechain that to the original synth, so that this, every time the original synth happens, this is gonna pretty much suck into that. So you get more frequency, more like of this stuff up here, kind of filling in the mix. It's really hard to describe trying to fuck with the whole song, but it pretty much adds more shit. I don't know. It could add some cool reverse shit. Give it a shot. I'm curious to see what it does. But hard to describe. It would be cooler if I muted. You're not, it still doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound what I want it to do.
Be a friend.
So what it would technically do is like, so I'm pretty much fading it to what the sidechain would be doing anyways. I don't know if this is gonna sound good at all. You never really know. Could be garbage. Know what I mean? Why are you giving me Fs? What did I do wrong this time? Wait, what? Why? What did I do? Was I muted that whole time? What did I do? Fuck you, trolls, bitches! I have no idea what's going on. Anyways, I'm trying to emulate sidechaining those synths, or this little fucking reverb thing to the synths.
Friend.
I don't know. It just needs to be more full, I think. What did I get debated for? Drop is dope. Good job. What else is there?
I don't wanna watch you go.
The vocal got really loud right before the drop, kind of randomly. And I felt like the clap came in. It was kind of just like a lazy build. You know, it was like,
Let me hold you in my arms one more time before you go. In my arms, I don't wanna watch you go.
yeah, I would just add another clap or other percussion element instead of just the same clap. Fucking chat, you big douches. Do you even golf, bro? Yeah, the singing, the vocal got dry which was good. It just got really loud.
Only you'll only be a friend.
All right, moving on. Zekalin, Crowded Room, no vocals. Here we go. I really like the, like, this is a very unique fucking sound. It's like, goes from straight up, like, heavy rock to, like, more, like, Porter-esque kind of banger shit. I think the synths are a little, like, they changed a lot. There's, like, so much changing in the song that it's, like, kind of hard to follow. I feel like there's, like, 4 songs in this one song. I feel like kind of finding something simple and then expanding on that idea is a bit better. I think production-wise, this part get really loud and then the drop is really quiet. Like, I don't think you need all those crazy claps right off the bat. I think you could just, like, start grooving, like metal grooving, and then go, like, build into a drop. But this just, like, kind of threw me off, going, like, almost hard style, like, right off the bat. Like you could bring in those crazy claps maybe here, but this whole part could just be like some dope guitar strumming shit. The fills are dope. Like you lose so much high end right there compared to over here. Yeah, I think it's more just like producing the drop. Like it's got to be some more cohesive. But I like the style. I really like all the metally, rock, crazy, distorted guitars, tones, and how like in your face that it is. But yeah, it's good. I mean, the drums are good. The production is good. I would just say the drop definitely needs more highs in the drums or in the like maybe cymbals and the synths. And then I saw somebody said that the guitar's out of tune, but I don't think I didn't hear it. My ears are pretty tired right now though. Really creative style though. It's really cool. I think it can just be a little bit simplified. All right, who's in here that I didn't get to speak? Anthony, you want to pick someone? Because there's so many. Oh my god. Oh god. Anthony, can you hear me right now? Yeah. There's so many. I feel so bad. Just link me one. Anthony's in charge, you guys. He takes donations. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, just a random one. Sorry guys, we got like 700. There's not a possibility to do them all. I would actually die. Whew. Just wing it. Wing it. Yeah, hold on one sec. Here we guys. Heavy shiz. Who made heavy shiz? Nawanda? Nawanda. Wait, is Nawanda confirmed in here? Yes. Nawanda, you're the chosen one. Okay, hold up. All right, no wonder. Here we go. All right. Tight. I dig it. Musically is dope. These super saws are really nice and fat. I feel like they're here. I like that. Those are good, nice saws there. The growls are really cool. They're very like AU5 to me. I think the growls at first they felt a little too much in this segment. Like all of them. I mean, like they were good here and there, but I just felt like they were used a little too much. Like I feel like they could almost be used more as an effect there instead of like as growly. Like the pluck there, I feel like is a better focal, especially for what you're going into. the lead movement and like the variety and the leads in the drop are really good. It kind of sounds like the drop is like this though. Like the kick, it almost feels like there's no oomph in the kick, and there's a lot of sidechain going on. So like when you're doing melodic dubstep, it works way better than when it's like a low end kick. If you just have like a super soft low end on your kick, I feel like it doesn't create the impact. But overall, musically and the leads, they're really dope. I just feel like the drop kind of loses a lot of the low stuff that the rest of the song has. Like what? I don't care if you guys can hear it. I'm literally just looking at the spectral analyzer. You guys can suck it. Yeah, I mean, it might just be the note too. It's kind of a high. I mean, G sharp, I should feel that more. But I don't feel it. Like, I feel it here. But yeah, I don't feel it there. Yeah, the drums seem to just kind of get lost by everything. Everything's not like quite in pocket with the drums. And what I mean is it's not creating like the groove, or like it's kind of just like big noise after big noise after big noise, but it's not really like as flowy as some of the like better produced, like really well produced melodic dubstep stuff, which is just like everything is placed really well and it has its rhythm. No, it's dope. I mean, 7 months for doing this in 7 months, that's sick. I mean, I give everybody the same type of feedback as I would if they've been producing it for 10 years versus I'm just going to tell you what I hear. There's no nothing is done wrong by any means. It's just this is what I hear. But really good for 7 months. I made asshole music in 7 months. It was so bad. Oh, good job. I also kind of heard what they were saying into this psytrance build is one. I think if you're going into the psytrance, you should stay there to end the song. I think going back into the melodic is a little bit strange. But I felt like something weird key-wise was happening in this build into the psytrance, which isn't bad, but I feel like if you're gonna do like kind of weird melodic creepiness, it kind of like gave me like a yeah, there's something weird melodically about that. When it goes into it, it's tight, but I feel like I don't really know what to... I feel like you could bring even more like scary type impacts that's going into, or like bring in some more traditional psytrance noises. But it being the wrong key isn't a bad... It's not necessarily bad. Like if you... I don't know, changing keys and doing it in a weird way where you go into like some twisted side realm of what you did earlier could be kind of cool. Because like I like the kind of like psytrance vibe. No, it's not bad to change keys. It's just really hard to do it well. It's definitely not a bad thing. I mean, I've never really successfully done it. I don't think I've even tried. Yeah, I felt a little bit like 2 songs it felt more like that's what you would do if you're mixing it live. Like, it felt like two songs mixed live. Well, it felt like they mixed well. C major. So you were in C major? So wait, you weren't in C major. C sharp. Are you talking about the lead? Because your sub earlier in the song I thought was a G sharp. C major and A minor are the correct keys, correct. Every major has a relative minor. But just because like if I'm in A minor, which is the same as C major, I could also start on F major. That doesn't mean I'm in F major. That just means I'm starting on a different chord. So correct. Yeah. You can start on anything. You can, if you're in C major or A minor, you could start on F, you could start on G, you can start on D, you can A, C, you can start anywhere. But I feel like there was something straight up out of key happening here. I don't know. I would need to like hear the different elements. But it's not bad. I mean, I really, really like the lead, the sonics of the melodic drop. I just feel like they need some more oomph behind them. But that lead is tight. All right, cool, fam. That was fun. Sorry I couldn't get to all 700. But I will be doing this more frequently. I like doing it. I hope it's helping you guys. Swallow the dip. I will not. Anthony, is Sam on? Is Jaws on? Get ready to raid that motherfucker. You're gonna start producing. I'd start with getting some good samples. Good samples, you know, like starting a good sample library of stuff that you really know and like makes everything so much easier, and you know it's good sounding, and it makes producing well way easier. Like if you get a bunch of shitty samples, your song is gonna sound like shit. Cool. And if you learn how to make all your drums, that's insane. I feel like drum samples is what I'm talking about. Okay, guys, I'll let you know when my next one is. We're gonna peace out. Gonna raid Jaws. Love y'all. Peace out. Let's do it.